Howdy. My favorite fragrances or best fragrances of 2021, part two. I did part one, I don't know, a few days ago. I wasn't sure if I wanted to do a part two or not, even though I said I was, and I decided to. Let's start. I actually have more fragrances for part two than I did part one. Let's begin. This first one, I wasn't sure if I wanted to put it in this video of best fragrances of 2021 because I have four other fragrances that are extremely similar to this. Amber cinnamon combination sweet. But I always do my research. I decided to look to see when this first came out, when it was launched. And it was actually 2012. So back then, I think it was actually pretty unique. I didn't think this was unique until I actually looked at the date when it was launched. So I think this was actually one of the first ones that started the cinnamon amber, this style of fragrance. Him, EDP, Hanamori. Considering it was 2000 or 2012, I decided to go ahead and put it in here because I think back then it was actually pretty unique. So this is the first one. Second one, also, I wasn't sure if I wanted to put it in or not because it's not unusual, but the quality is really good, and I think it's better than some of the other more famous ones of this same style. The Dillon Blue, Bleu de Chanel, all those mass-pleasing, just general, really nice smelling fragrances. I actually think I like this better than Bleu de Chanel and Dillon Blue and all those type of fragrances. And it's much cheaper and it's a lot less known. The quality is excellent. This is a really mass-pleasing, just general, really beautiful smell. Believe it or not, Bentley Momentum. Very few people ever talk about this. The fragrance reviewers always talk about the Momentum Unlimited and Momentum Intense and all these flankers. I think this is by far the best one. Just a really nice, general, mass-pleasing fragrance. It has everything: spices, florals, citruses. Awesome Day, Pour Homme. I did a review on this. Everybody's saying that it's a clone of, I think, Silver Mount Water. I don't believe that. I think somebody might have said it one time, and a lot of other fragrance reviewers just heard that and automatically assumed that this was a clone of Silver Mount Water. To me, I don't think they smell alike. Plus, this has a beautiful rose in it, like a rose water. Let me see what I wrote down. I wrote down what I thought about these. Rose water, cashmere, sandalwood, cedar. Beautiful. Those are the main notes that I get. But this is absolutely needs to go on this list because I think it's awesome. Next. Prada Luna Rosa Sport. Not a lot of people talk about this either. It's always Carbon and all those others. I think this is the best Prada. I think I actually like this now better than Prada Amber. This is possibly the best vanilla lavender soapy fragrance in my entire collection. I love this. It's very comforting. Next, Molecule 02. I have 5 molecules I have all of them 1 through 5. This is by far my favorite. Everybody talks about Molecule 01. I like this a lot better. This is 100% Ambroxan, and I think Ambroxan is one of the most sexy smells, period, especially in this. Sauvage is supposed to have a lot of Ambroxan, but I can't stand Sauvage. I can't stand the EDT. I can't stand the EDP. I hate Sauvage. This is super, super, super sexy. This is the sexiest fragrance I have in my entire collection. I love Ambroxan. Sweet, salty, musky. It's just sex in a bottle to me. Next. Guerlain. L'Intense pour Homme EDT. I like the EDT better than the EDP. I think this has a lot more going on. Cacao. I wrote this down. Let me find it. Cacao, patchouli, star anise, sandalwood, elemi, tea. It has a good tea note in here. Beautiful, beautiful, classy, elegant, masculine fragrance. Next. I have 2 leathers in this video. And every time I do a leather fragrance, I'm like, I think this might be my favorite leather fragrance. I'm going to have to stop doing that because I have 4 leather fragrances that are my favorites, and all of them are number 1. Tom Ford Ombre Leather. Super nice. Let me see if I wrote this down. Yep, leather, jasmine, amber, cardamom. I love this. It's very expensive though. Well, pretty expensive. I have 2 favorite independent houses, PK Perfumes and Svensk Parfum from Sweden. I've already did a review on this, Pract. I think I might have scored this like 9.5 out of 10. This is awesome. I also have another one called Sadel. Translated into English, this is Saddle by Svensk Perfume. Leather, caramel, butterscotch, tobacco, vanilla. It's like a gourmand leather. The leather is dominant, but that butterscotch and caramel make it extremely unusual. Next. I have 2 more to go, and these 2 are by far my favorites of 2021. Anybody want to guess what it is? It's by Penhaligon's. Anybody guess? How fatty? Oud, cypress, rose, iris, leather, cedar, sandalwood, cardamom, nutmeg, amber and vanilla. I was blown away by this. I don't buy any more fragrances. I have too many fragrances, and I'm not going to spend any more money on fragrances. But if I ever bought another full bottle and I had just 1 full bottle to buy, it would be this. God. Next. Anybody guess? I think I did sometimes I'll do a video of the day, and I'll just film it for like 20 seconds, and then in the description I'll put the notes. I don't think I've done a full review on this, but if I haven't, I'm going to check on that. My favorite Chanel. Anybody want to guess what it is? No, it's not Blue Day Chanel. Egoist. No, it's not Platinum. Everybody talks about Platinum. Everybody talks about flankers. Nobody ever hardly talks about the original anymore. This is my favorite. This is my favorite of 2021. What a beautiful combination of sandalwood, mahogany, rose, cinnamon, tobacco, and leather. This is my favorite. This is my favorite of 2021. I wasn't going to get it when I first got it because I did see a couple of reviews and a lot of people saying it was sort of like an old school masculine fragrance. I don't get that. I think this is one of the most elegant fragrances. I think this is the best Chanel that they've ever created. But this is my number one favorite right here. Let me know if y'all have ever tried any of these and what you think of them. Let me know what you thought of my list for this part 2 video. I'm not going to do a part 3. This is it. But let me know what you thought of my picks. Anyway, I love you guys, and I'm going to be back with something else later. Peace.